everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Minecraft Disney. This week we're going to be looking at a much requested attraction. It is in Frontierland in the Magic Kingdom, and it is Splash Mountain. Now, Splash Mountain has become one of the iconic mountains. There's Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, Railroad, and it's sort of got an interesting history because it calls upon elements that I think are not very popular in Disney culture, and it has some sort of interesting past that lead up to what it became that I don't think a lot of people might know about. So Splash Mountain, if you've never been on it, is a play on a classic log flume ride that exists in multiple Disneys, including Disneyland and Disney World, and I believe Tokyo Disneyland has it as well. It was conceived, it's not an original Disney ride, it was actually thought of in 1983 by an Imagineer named Tony Baxter. He was stuck in rush hour traffic on his way to work, and he was trying to think of ways to sort of add more attendance to what he was at the time called Bear Country. And before the Dick Nunis, who was a big player at Disney, had insisted that they create a log flume for Disneyland, but the Imagineers really didn't like the idea. They felt that log flumes are very plain and ordinary for a theme park, and it was below Disneyland. But Tony Baxter sort of at the point thought of including characters from an attraction called America Sings, and then started thinking about using songs and characters and plot lines from the 1946 Disney film called Song of the South. It's actually itself considered somewhat of a controversial film because how it depicts characters, different races. It wasn't the most politically correct film back then. Although I think it's one of those movies that it's created sort of a lore behind it that has overpowered the actual fact. For instance, if you watch the movie, which is hard to do because Disney doesn't provide it anymore, I don't think it was as politically incorrect as the legend has sort of created it. But to be either way, neither here or there was the idea that they would take these characters like Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit and Brer Bear and put them in the log flume ride and sort of create a new attraction, a big ticket attraction that sort of increased attendance in the area. That's essentially what they did. At the time, it was the most expensive project by Walt Disney Engineering. It cost them $75 million for the one ride, and what's interesting about it, I don't think a lot of people understand this or know this, it was originally called Zippity Zip the River Rambi play, which was a playoff of the song Zippity Doo Dah, which was from Song of the South, but was renamed at the instance of Michael Eisner, who at the point would just become CEO, and now is the strange part. So the Imagineers wanted another mountain. However, what Eisner wanted to do was sort of a concept of a cross promotion, so he wanted to name it after the new film that Disney was producing called Splash with Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah, about a mermaid who comes onto land and runs into Tom Hanks and they fall in love, and has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the ride, but he wanted to use that name to cross-promotion the movie and the ride at the same time, and so there was a sort of settlement, and rather than naming the ride Splash, it was named Splash Mountain. And it's just bizarre to think that what now has become probably one of the most iconic rides at Walt Disney World was named after this mid-80s movie that has nothing to do with the ride whatsoever. And I don't think a lot of people know that for the very reason it was almost like an intensive failed cross-promotion, yet at the same time we're lucky enough to get stuck with the name that really worked ultimately. So you go up this log flume, if you've been on a log flume, you sort of know how it goes, and you ultimately will drop this 52-foot drop at a 45-degree angle, and it goes about 40 miles an hour. And yet Disney again uses a lot of visual attraction, a lot of built-up to sort of create a more extreme experience than you're actually getting other attractions. Attraction that come to mind are Space Mountain, which was faster, It really is because it's in the dark, using tricks like how to create sort of extreme experiences that can still be experienced by people might not be able to go on the most intense roller coaster, for instance. And it sort of pushes further that idea that Walt wanted, which is that Disney World, Disneyland would become parks that anybody could go to and anybody can enjoy of any ages. So that's a quick look at Splash Mountain. It's a very popular ride. It's one of those I don't really have to recommend, because if you're in Disney World, the odds are you're going to take the time to go ride it. If you'll probably get wet if you're sitting in front a few rows. But that's sort of the fun in a log flume ride. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Minecraft Disney and have a fantastic week. And I hope to see you guys all next time. And I'll pick another attraction of Walt Disney World and explore the history of it in the next video. Bye everyone.